Oh my God. Y'all, this is like, I did not take good notes. I was so uninterested.
Wow. Maybe you're the one who's forced to listen, and maybe I'm the super fan now.
Okay. You know what?
Bryan, don't hold back, by the way.
Hello. Welcome to this opinionated host. It was something. I don't know. Okay.
Oh, come on. We could still use that. Now, why are you trying to be so perfect? You just keep talking.
Hello there, and welcome to Pink Milk, your Star Wars podcast for us superfans.
And those of us who are forced to listen to them.
Today is someday, and someday we're calling it a wrap on season 3 of The Mandalorian.
Like a sandwich?
Like a sandwich. Are you ready?
Sandwich. I'm ready, Bryan.
Let's get into this thing and drink up.
Drink up.
This is Red 5. I'm going in. I'm going in. Going in.
Jedi, like my father before me.
Hello there, Pop-Up.
Hello there.
How are you?
I am well. How are you doing?
I am doing great, actually.
Excellent. Well, this is great to hear. I love it.
Mm-hmm. You know
Tell
what?
me more.
I'm not even going to ask you about your week.
Okay.
Sorry, because the news is too good.
The news is good.
Ding dong, the Wicked Witch is dead. Tucker Carlson, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You're fired. You're out. Oh, God, I'm so happy.
The best is when they're eating each other over there. That was one of their own, and now they've...
It really is. And you know what? I think that Fox News literally is used to eating like the finest of filet mignons or probably veal because they're probably like gross and no shade to veal eaters, but there's something a little weird about veal. Anyways, they're used to the finer things, right? And now I think they're all eating at their neighborhood Applebee's. And they're getting some like fast frozen steaks and they're not happy about it. And so they got rid of Tucker. They just got rid of him in like a big emotional like fight. And I'm here for it. I hope it was really, really gay for like an
contributed to the bill of $700, almost $800 million that they had to pay recently.
Which is why they're eating at Applebee's.
Right. I'm sure Trump called him up and said, "You fire him."
Oh, God. You know, I don't like Fox News particularly. I've watched it because I try to watch all of them at least for like 5-10 minutes.
Education.
Yeah. I am one to believe that I don't like the news. The news, like those networks, are not the news. They're TV shows. And Fox got caught this time. And I'm sure a lot of you are going to unsubscribe because I know there are a lot of very liberal people that listen to this show. Obviously, we're gay. But if Fox News did it, CNN's doing it too. Like, we know all those anchors are not as liberal as they claim to be. It's happening on both sides. It's just like, let's be real. That's what's going on.
I mean,
maybe not to those extremes.
Tucker Carlson was extremely vocal on gay issues that really, unless he was gay, he should have had nothing to have an opinion on. So.
The dude is a 100% total transphobe, and I feel like every time I watched him, he figured out a way to rip on trans people.
His own can of worms for the hate that he got, at least from us. So
yep, he did, and good. Anyways, Ding Dong, the Wicked Witch is dead.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. But you know what? I do think that it brings up an interesting thing that parts of this season finale of The Mandalorian did really well. What'd you think of that transition? How was that?
That was smooth.
Okay. If you're new here, I love The Mandalorian. If you would have listened to us, maybe you have listened, maybe you've been here from the beginning, but I love the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. I love Din Djarin so much. Like, literally my favorite character. I think he's in this new era of Bryan and Star Wars. Din Djarin is my favorite character. However, I did not particularly like this season, and I have found it very hard to talk about because I don't want to not like a Star Wars.
Although the season was beautiful, it probably never looked better than it did this season. It was really well done in as far as aesthetics and the sets, and it was beautiful.
Honestly,
it was the writing that was a little rough.
Oh, the writing was awful. And thank you for bringing that up, because honestly, look, I even just rewatched the episode.
It's nice that you can like one and not and be okay with the other.
And the back half of this episode like really worked for me. Like it really, like I was a sobbing mess. It really landed for me. The back half, probably like the last 10 minutes. And honestly, it was so good that it's kind of made up for the season for me. So I'm very, very happy that it ended on a very high note for me.
Okay. That's cool.
So here's the deal. I don't remember a lot about this episode. I rewatched the episode today because I couldn't remember what was going on. And I still don't remember because I didn't particularly like it. And it was like chewing gum. It was in one ear and out the other, as my husband constantly says. So I don't have a lot to talk about other than some of the things that worked for me and some of the ones that didn't.
Well, the thing is, collectively, I just felt like it wasn't cohesive. I didn't even really see the strand that would run through all 8 episodes that connected to the end. Maybe as we got to the end, but it seemed like there was a lot of filler, a lot of Saturday morning.
I think... here's the deal. I love that we have Star Wars that is both The Mandalorian and Andor. I loved Andor. But when I was watching Andor, I couldn't wait for The Mandalorian because The Mandalorian always left happy. You always knew he was going to make it out okay. There was always going to be a happy ending. Like no matter how bad it got, you knew that there was like something good happening, and that show is always playful. No matter how bad it gets, it's always still playful, which is
except for last season's season finale, because Grogu was removed.
Yes, well, a lot of people love that. Like that, really. I will say, I mean, but we talked about that when, like, I think this new like Grogu being the Jedi that's happening, and there's more of that in this episode. Like, it made me really happy that he was with Luke for a while, because I do think Luke taught him so much, and there's a lot of wonderful things going on there. More to come back to a little pin in the politics talk. But yeah, I don't remember a lot about it. And I think, unfortunately, you brought up the, like, you're getting lost or a win. I think Andor did it so well, where they had a lot of different characters with like a lot of different stories going on, and they weaved in and out. In one episode, you'd like follow characters along for a little bit, right? And this season of The Mandalorian didn't really do that. It was like, here's this story, we're gonna put it all in one episode. Here's another story, we're gonna put it all in this episode, and it made it feel not connected. And I really liked the episode on Coruscant with Dr. Pershing and Elia Kane. Like, I really liked that. I loved seeing Coruscant. I loved everything they talked about. But that episode, which should have really paid off by the season finale, didn't. Like last week, we saw Elia Kane on Coruscant. We found out she was working with Gideon, right? But those happened a long time ago, and it just didn't land the way I think they wanted it to, where I feel like a lot of the season, most of this, you're right, it was beautiful. It was just poorly written, and it was poorly edited.
And, there was a cliffhanger with that character. Now we're just kind of left off.
Dr. Pershing?
Out in the wing there.
Yep.
In the wind.
I think... Not
only with Dr. Pershing, but even with Elia.
Yeah, because she wasn't in the final episode.
No.
I think what would be interesting, and what would have been better, I think, for me, is if that like Coruscant episode had kind of been strung out all season long, and we got like 5-10 minutes each episode, and then before the final 2 episodes we got to, like, what if we really fell in love with Elia Kane and Dr. Pershing together as best buds, these new Imperials that once worked for Gideon hasn't come back yet, things are better, and then like she fries his brains and boom, there's Gideon. Like you would have been heartbroken that she, instead of like, oh damn, which was a cool twist. It was cool. Like the biscuit eating. I mean, come on, give the woman an Oscar just for the way she ate that biscuit. It was amazing. Same with Carson Teva, the New Republic stuff, the guy, the X-Wing guy. Like, I think had those plot points been spread along, because we circle back to him again at the end, and now Din Djarin's like, I'm a bounty hunter, but I want to be a good guy bounty hunter now. Like, all of that stuff didn't play off the way it should have.
Right, which brought me back to the feeling of filler. As the casual fan, I just saw a bunch of filler.
Which it didn't need to be filler. That if the show was edited together better, it wouldn't have felt like filler because you wouldn't have gotten too much Carson Teva in one episode. You wouldn't have gotten too much of Pershing and Elia Kane in one episode going, why is this episode here? If it was sprinkled in throughout other things, it would have just been like, oh, which is disappointing because like, this season did some really, really amazing things and it wanted to talk about really interesting things. Like I just didn't want to listen because it was written poorly and then edited together in a way that I didn't care, which is a really big bummer. So I want to talk about some cool stuff that this episode did do. So that's about as negative as I want to get.
All right.
Right.
Cool.
I love that the return, the season finale of The Mandalorian took a page from Rian Johnson. And this was like the Last Jedi of The Mandalorian. And the Darksaber, which I'm looking at my toy Darksaber right over there. Love it. My favorite lightsaber. Also, the Darksaber is all of the queers' lightsaber. It is like the gay lightsaber of Star Wars because all Mandalorians are queer.
Okay.
And here we had Tar Vizsla, the first Mandalorian Jedi, soon to be 2, looking at you. Now we know you as Din Grogu. Who's going to bring church and the queers together again because everything can be balanced, including politics, including Fox News and CNN. You really can find balance in things.
But the Darksaber is gone now.
I know. That's what I love. So I have like cared about the Darksaber for like a decade and a half. Like cared about it, loved it. It's amazing. I know a lot of people who just watched the show, but even in the show, they did make it a big deal. And then Moff Top Gideon just like crushes it and throws it all away. And it's so crazy because, okay, Bo-Katan needed that moment. She needed, but again, did this season show you how much she loved that Darksaber? Or is this me knowing it because I saw her journey through Rebels? I saw that the Darksaber killed her sister. I saw this whole legacy of the Darksaber. But I think that's just because I'm a super fan.
Yeah, I didn't really get that she was so hell-bent on this thing.
Yep.
I mean, she wanted it, but they made a bigger deal out of it last season than this season for sure.
Which is a shame.
Yeah.
Because no, but if it was going to get destroyed this season, it should have been that level of big dealness should have been brought up an even bigger notch. So the entire audience was like, holy crap, they just destroyed the Darksaber. But I don't know if you did that.
I did not.
Yep. So like that's what's, it's disappointing. Anyways, again, I'm trying not to get negative. I'm trying not to focus on that. I thought it was really a very tough move though, and it was really cool. It was a very ballsy move to destroy the Darksaber to all of us people who care that much. Like I want those moments. Also, little Din Grogu ran like he just like waddled over there and picked up that kyber crystal because my little baby boy, he's going to make himself a little baby Darksaber. It's going to happen.
I was happy to see him have a little bit more to do in this particular episode.
Yep.
I've felt the first couple of...
most of the season,
he hasn't had a lot to do.
It was really beautiful. We talked about that in our last episode of H&H about his agency with IG-11 suit and all that. And we got a lot more of that. I love when he went to free Din Djarin from going to wherever he was going to go to get interrogated. And like the no-nos came back out as to all the little Mando stormtrooper people. And then when he was like spraying his little whole face with Bacta juice, he's like, I'm going to fix you, daddy. It was like, it was so touching. And honestly, our son Michael got up at like 4:30 to watch it with us. And our son Michael is that caring of a human being. Like he literally never puts himself first. It's always everybody else. And that would have been him. If Michael had Bacta, he'd be like running around the park trying to heal everyone's little cuts. And it's really beautiful. It made me think of my son. And Grogu, honestly, let's be real. We have 3 children. I love them all dearly. I really do. Jack, Eli, love you. But Din Djarin and Grogu, I just feel like it's Michael and I's relationship. That's how I feel. Like we're both the 2 little super fans in the house. Michael is honestly just as much of a Star Wars fan as I am. He's really into it. He's like getting older now and like the history of Star Wars. He's all about it. I love it. And so he's like my little Din Grogu is my little baby Michael, and he was there. So it was very, very touching. And then anyways, we run into Moff Top Gideon again. This is right before he destroys the Darksaber, and here is This part was rad too. The Praetorian Guards come back out. And I loved the way this was shot because
pretty cool.
You just saw this little arm. Like, he looked so scared. And also, I love how gay the Mandoverse is. Because the way those Praetorian Guards came out of, not only was it dark, all of a sudden there was fog. There was no steam anywhere before, but bitches broke out a fog machine, put some backlighting in, and came out like they're at a Lady Gaga concert. They're like, and the music goes. They've got
a drag show.
100%. They were like, oh my God, the Praetorian Guards are drag queens. And they're like, we're not only going to take you out, baby, we are going to be shooting a Lady Gaga video while we're doing it. And it was so extra. It was so over the top. They did not need to have that kind of entrance. But there they go. We got that kind of an entrance. And it was heartbreaking to see them destroy IG-11. Again, that was another thing. We saw IG-11 and the whole like Frankenstein thing at the very beginning. We ignored that entire arc until the last 2 episodes. He had it for 10 minutes and he destroyed it. Like, look, Jon Favreau, love ya. Clearly Dave Filoni wasn't there. You are very straight. You are like a Boba Fett fan. And this is not the book of Boba Fett that you also kind of messed up. It just felt very basic. Everything the dude was trying to do felt so basic. If I just put it here, it'll work, right? It's, as you said, I feel like, oh, see, I can't, I'm trying y'all to not be all that negative, but they have taken advantage. What's the phrase you're always using?
Jeopardize the integrity perception of their client.
And I think I've been taking advantage of 8 episodes, and I think it's no longer working. The parts I love, I love.
Well, I mean, thank God I have a super fan to force me to watch it every week. I don't think I'd get up as early as I did, and I might not be still watching.
Well,
although I thought it was great, but I just,
next year we will be getting up early because I do love the show, and season 4 is going to be great. # return to form. It will come.
Well, it won't be. It's going to be 2026, right? Or 25? It's going to be so long we will have forgotten how it went. Anyway.
I don't think it'll be that long again. I mean, there was a pandemic. There was a pandemic in the middle of everything. There
was?
Anyways, but what I loved, and this is more back to Luke, like Grogu, and now I just want to call him Din Grogu all the time. Grogu being left with Luke, I loved watching him do no fighting with the Praetorian Guards. He just kept pushing them away, and he's pushing their weapons away. He was doing nothing but defensive moves. And I'm also very much a huge, massive The Last Airbender fan. And that's very much what airbenders do. And he reminded me a lot of Aang. And as much as possible, Aang will blow away. He's an airbender, so he can move things, but he'll push things away. He'll push you away. He won't hurt you. He won't let you hurt other people, but he just pushes you away constantly until like you basically get tired out. And it's what Grogu was doing. And it was really beautiful. And I did love seeing him run around the little chandelier. And all I could hear was, Footloose, footloose. Everybody cut. He was like little Kevin Bacon up there, and it was great. I was really high when I was doing it. No. Yes. So all that was great. I loved Din and Grogu working back together. This show really is at its best when it's the two of them together. I don't want to say this show is about Din and Grogu because this season proved that the show is not about Din and Grogu. It is about all of the Mandalorians. So I will say now, I think the Mandalorian is at its best when it's about Din and Grogu, when they're the center of it. Because I love Bo-Katan. I just wish they would have given her her own show and dealt with a lot of these.
That would be a show.
Like dealt with a lot of
Mandalore. Right?
Something.
And I see the rebirth of that planet there.
That's a great idea because that is like, so, okay.
Because it was a beautiful place. You can see it was a beautiful place. We saw it in Clone Wars.
I can't wait to see what's going to happen with the Mandalorians because there really is this place of compromise coming between the Children of the Watch who can't remove their helmets and like the Night Owls who do remove their helmets. And what is that going to look like? The Mandalorian culture, we know it. That has been drilled in our head very high success on the show of how their culture is so dependent, like makes them who they are. And to see these cultures come together, have very different ideologies, who look at the same scripture the same way and interpret it in very different ways. I'm really excited to see how they're going to form politics out of it, because politics is what destroyed that country or that world. And Bo-Katan and the armor clearly understand that's what broke it. And I do think these two women, who also are together, and they are like Horned Owl, as Emma has shipped them, and that is their name. The Horned Owl. It's pretty good. Miss you, Em. But I do think that would be a great show. These two ladies rebuilding a planet and rebuilding a civilization together and figuring out how to navigate through politics and culture and religion and different, like that right there is Star Wars. And then you throw some monsters in there and a lightsaber and like somebody has the Force somewhere. Boom, you got a great Star Wars series. So I'm here for that. I'm really excited because I think season 4 is going to focus back on Din and Grogu.
Good.
I love
how it ended. So
that he officially adopted him. Like that hit me so hard when he was like, can you basically baptize him? And she's like, no, he can't talk, so he can't do that. Which honestly, those things are helping me. Look, I know they're kids making decisions, but I'm glad this show, and I did look at it differently than I did last year with Luke Skywalker, which wasn't fair. And I'm rethinking that whole thing now. But like, I do like that she said, no, he's too young to make that decision because we can't make it for him. I think there's something really, really powerful to that. And speaking of like the Tucker Carlsons who like to constantly tell us that we're grooming people and that we're forcing children to be trans, and the 2-year-olds that are getting surgery all the time that everyone loves to bring up. I'm like, where is this happening? I don't know. But like, queer people aren't like that. Queer people are like, no, we've all been there. We all understand. We will support you, but you're going to arrive there on your own. We're not going to do that to you. And that's what was happening. It was very beautiful. And Din Djarin said, well, I'm going to adopt him. And then he really will be a Mandalorian. And maybe he doesn't need to get baptized. But if I adopt him, will he be a Mandalorian? And they said, yes. He's his apprentice, not his son. I would like him to say the word son. We need some character growth for season 4.
Absolutely.
But I love, what do you think of little Din Grogu?
Well, the thing is, he's older than Din.
They're probably about the same age. He's probably older. I mean, Din Djarin's right. He's got to be in like mid-40s.
So young, and you know, he's older. I wish we'd find some more background with regards to him. The truth about him.
Do you? Okay,
I do. I want to know more. Yeah,
See,
I'm ready.
Nope,
I'm ready.
Not interested.
We've got 3 seasons under our belt now. It's time to find out a little bit more. He's not just a figurine to keep throwing
We
around.
have 45 years of Star Wars, right? 1977, Return of the Jedi. My favorite Star Wars, 40 this year. So that means we have 43 years of Yoda, and we don't know anything about Yoda. We do not need to know Grogu's story.
I would like to know Grogu's story.
Keep it a mystery. Keep it a mystery.
Don't keep it a mystery. I'd like to know the story, please. Thank you. I'm not very good in the unknown.
So anyways, like they adopted each other. I love that. Like this is where like everything hits so well for this. It makes this whole season worth it to me. They go back to see their friend, Queef Cargo, and he's like gives them some land because like he is now this rich, very powerful magistrate of this whole world, but is a good person and remembered where he came from and is leading with opportunity and not leading with withholding. It's beautiful. I love it. Here's some land. Here's this most adorable house. And to all of you fan artists on Twitter, thank you so much for drawing Cobb Vanth on that little porch with them. Have no idea how many Cobb Vanth drawings there are and Photoshops of Cobb Vanth in front of that house.
I can imagine.
It's happening. They did not. And Chase, if you listen to this, Dinbo did not happen. Chase was like, Bryan, I just need you to be prepared that they're going to be a romantic item. They're going to be like the king and queen of Mandalore. I'm like, it is not happening. It did not happen. There's only one person who can have Din's heart.
Dimbo. That's pretty good. Or Dinbo. Sorry.
Nope.
No Dimbo.
Din Cobb. That's where it's at. You know what? All ships are valid except for anything other than Din Cobb. That's the only one. That is the only one.
Well, there you go.
But I can't wait to see Cobb Vanth coming back. I just want them to, we were just watching Trixie Motel with Trixie Mattel and her husband or her partner. And I really just want to see a show about Cobb Vanth and Din Djarin building a little motel together in Mos Pelgo where all of people can just go and have this little retreat.
Maybe little bed and breakfast.
Yeah. People not that he would be around
make
anymore.
The breakfast in the morning for him. They have the cocktail party in the afternoon.
Oh my God, it would be great. And what's his Dedra
Yoda
and
could be the bartender. Grogu.
Dedra and Cyril from Andor, if they're still alive, those two people are very uptight. But they're gonna go to a clothing optional resort in Mos Pelgo and have the time of their lives.
They're the staff.
Yeah.
Working the front desk.
Oh. Living their best life now. They're like, thank God that empire crumbled. I can finally be gay. I can be myself. Still terrible people for everything they did, but whatevs. They're now
great employees.
Maybe they're cleaning the back rooms.
I didn't say they were cleaning.
No, I want them
front
to clean.
Desk.
No, they should be cleaning for all the sins that they did to everybody else. Give them the dirtiest corners of every gay clothing optional place in Palm Springs.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so I just rambled for a really long time. What was it about this episode for you?
The ending.
What, the little zoom in of the little circle just on the two of them that was so adorable and made me so incredibly happy?
Yes, that was it. That was definitely it. Just the action. I thought the action was great. The visual effects was real fantastic. I like the Gregorian guards. Is that what you call them?
Praetorian guards?
Praetorian. But anyway, they were good.
Because they were extra and they were shooting a Lady Gaga video?
No, it was really, it was a good episode.
I
wish we had a little bit more of this kind of
ooh la la. Watch out, bad
in the
romance.
episodes most of the season, but I didn't get that. So anyway, on to the next.
I will say the jetpack scenes and all that was rad. I loved watching the armorer fight with her tools in the air.
Agreed. I'm over her though. I'm glad she goes away. She goes away, comes back, goes away, comes back.
You know what?
I just don't think she's been so great.
I love that character, but I do agree.
But you don't like the character.
But I do now. She redeemed herself this year. She's not the villain.
You thought she was bad.
I really was 100%
You had
certain.
me convinced she was going to be bad.
Yeah, and she's not. So that makes me happy.
You had me convinced Bo-Katan was going to be bad. But
she's not.
She's not.
I like
and
that.
Now she's on vacation in Florida.
No, she's at Mos Pelgo.
She's going to Bo-Katan.
Mos Pelgo. That's the gay place in Star Wars Galaxy. Cobb Vanth is the marshal. Oh my God! And and Din Djarin fixed made him IG-11 again. It made him a little marshal. You know why I made him a marshal?
No.
He's like, because I am in love with the marshal, so I'm going to give you a marshal because my marshal is my man and I love him so much and I miss him, and I'm going to give you a marshal because everyone should have a marshal. Just honestly, I believe everyone should have a Tom Berry in their life because I am so lucky, and everyone should have a little Tom Berry.
No last names.
What?
No last names.
Everyone should have a Tom Johnson. I think it's too late for no last names. I've hoarded out that last name all over the internet.
That's probably true.
Yeah. So, anyways, the season was not great for me. I wish it was because I love The Mandalorian. The last 10, 15 minutes of this episode, though, fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed this because we didn't do a lot of talking about the episode because I didn't have anything nice to say. However, next week, I am very excited for next week's episode because you and I, Thomas, are going to dig into the studios behind season 2 of Star Wars Visions.
Alrighty.
I am very lucky. I've been given access to screeners for Visions. I have seen all 9 episodes.
All 9 already?
They're so good.
Huh.
Tom doesn't want to see them. Tom doesn't like watching screeners.
No. It's got that little thing across.
Serving pink milk. Don't copy this. If you copy it, we know it was you, Brian. We know it was you.
And then I got to watch it on the little monitor.
Anyways, they're so good. They're so good. So I can't wait to personally for myself get into these animation houses and learn more about them, and for Tom to watch some of these things and then maybe guess what the episodes are going to be like. I think it'll be a fun little thing.
Well, I look forward to it.
But before that, Thomas, do you have something to tell them
I have nothing to tell them
about Patreon?
Oh, please support us. Go to Patreon.
Can I tell you people that all week long, Tom's like, you really got to tighten that up. You really got to figure out a way to say this.
That was before 18 intros today.
Anyways, there is, thank you for all the supporters on Patreon. If you would like to support us and help the show grow, you can follow the link down below. Also, make sure to join. And thank you. Make sure to join our Discord, and you can follow me and the show in the meantime on Twitter and Instagram at Serving Pink Milk. Are you ready, Bebe?
I'm ready.
I hope this was a fun episode, everyone. Write a review before you get to the end. With that, let's drink up.